Chak village. Chak, a Punjabi word, is the land revenue settlement/assessment circle marking a contiguous block of land. The wheel was used for water well. There was one water well in a village at that time, and every village number allotted as per water well wheel. Now the individual Chak circles have come to be associated with the name of the village founded within the revenue circle. Chak circles are based on the British Raj era revenue collection system. To enhance the government revenue during the British Raj, new canals were built to bring the barani rainfed areas under cultivation by introducing the irrigation to the Bangar upland areas of Punjab region. Block of contiguous land irrigated by the specific Rajwaha were given a unique Chak number each. The migrant farmers were brought in to settle into those newly irrigated areas around the core of new villages, which started out as dhanis. Those new villages were called by the same name as their corresponding irrigation circle Chak number. Government left it to those residents to give Chaks a proper village name later. In due time, the term Chak became synonymous with the term village. Chaks are found mainly in the Bagar tract on the tri-junction of Haryana, Rajasthan and Punjab region. Chak, the administrative revenue assessment circle or division, is also called the Chakla, which is not to be confused with the other types of Chaklas. Nomenclature. The villages are named using a four-part British colonial era nomenclature, Chak number letters village name. Variations exist, but usually names of Chak have four parts. Chak prefix. Number, a unique number for each village. Letter, one or two letter which correspond to the code given to the specific source of water, such as the Rajwaha irrigation channel. Village name settlements usually started out as the small dhanis which later evolved into the villages. The name of settlement is usually based on the name of village's founding Chowdhury, Gatra or Jathara. Examples of four-part nomenclature are Chak 106 JB Kikian JB denotes Jhang branched canal. Chak 445 GB Thagan Wali GB denotes Godra branch canal, and Chak 354/WB Duniapur. Other example Chak 236 GB Kilanwala GB denotes Gujarat branch canal. Examples of Chak names with first three components of the four-part nomenclature are Chak 152 PP denotes the Panjnad River from which they draw water, Chak 128 MB denotes North Branch Canal, and Chak 21 MBE. Examples of Chak names with first two components of the four-part nomenclature are Chak Note 22. Examples of Chak names which now retain only the name of village or Chak Bamanian named after Brahmin caste, Chak Des Raj named after the founder, Chak Mai Des named after the founder, Chak Bilgan, Chak Guru, etc. Chak is also a village in Dantar Rangar Tehsil of the Chakar district in Rajasthan, mentally populated by Pandits and Purohits. Chakbandi, Hindi. Chakbandi in Urdu Chkhbndy, in Hindi Ckbndi or Kilabandi, in Urdu Qlhbndy, in Hindi Kilabndi. In terms of land and revenue, is the process of land consolidation and revenue settlement. Chakbandi and settlement is done by the settlement officer with the help of patwaris. Lambarders and earlier zailder now abolished. Chakbandi in terms of irrigation means that each chak is irrigated by a branch water course fed by a sluice channel in the bank of the main canal, where the amount of water given to each chak farm owner is in proportion to the area of its chak. Block of contiguous land irrigated by the specific Rajwaha, also called irrigation circle, were given a unique chak number each. The Chak Sike is also referred to as the Chakla Sikla, which is different from the Chakla Balan for making roti or the Chakla brothel. Land consolidation is a planned rationalization, readjustment, rearrangement of land parcels and their ownership to improve the rural infrastructure and to implement the developmental and environmental policies improving environmental sustainability and agriculture. For the Chakbandi, contour of village is surveyed to determine the slope category and drainage profile of the village land in cardinal directions. The land is also evaluated based on its price and productivity. The land holdings of each farmer is consolidated in the standardized sized pet field plots of usually 1 acre each and then redistributed to the landlords in proportion to their earlier fragmented land holdings price AU. Each Chak must contain the same relative quantity of good, bad, and indifferent soil. In some tariffs sides of a tract, almost every alternate field belongs to a different one of the 4 or 5 Moses villages contained in it. In others, the patty's fragmented portion of land are apportioned in long strips of land belonging to each of the different Moses, and then again subdivided on the same principle. Permanent settlement is the process of confirmation of landlords' property rights in the form of tenure or ownership, and fixing a corresponding property tax to be paid by the landlords to the government for using the public infrastructure, such as canal water for irrigation, which results in higher crop yield. Terms related to Chakbandi in the measurement of land in Punjab are banjar, jungle, abadi, shamlat, ger mumkin, barani, nari, chahai, tall, bigho, dobe, halris, kadir, and bangar, kasra, patwari, shadra, zailder, etc. Warrabandi, bharai, and jharai. Warravara, a vernacular Haryanvi/Punjabi word for the Hindi word bari, simply means the turn. Warrabandi Varab Ndi means the rotational system of a weekly roster for equitable distribution of irrigation water to the individual Chak field of each farmer from a sluice outlet. Time allocated to each farmer to draw water from the sluice is proportional to the size of farmer's land holding. To optimize the system, once the war of a farmer is over, the war of next farmer in the sequence of contiguous land commences. Irrigators know their turn or wara in advance. For the fair distribution of water, Warrabandi takes into consideration barai and jharai. Barai braye is the common pool time taken from the release of water from canal through sluice or upstream farmer and its arrival at the delivery point of the farmer whose wara has arrived. Jharai is the common pool time it takes for the water to arrive applicable to the tail and last farmer on the sluice.